good feeling for tomorrow. Oh, I'm good. Feeling good. Okay, it's working now on YouTube, which is great. I can see your guys' comments now. That one stream was just glitched. I don't know what was going on. But I can see your comments now, so we're good. We're good. He's racing. We can talk about it. Let's talk about the positions. Let me pull those up. So I can pull them up on X. All right. Let's pull up the positions on X here. Let me look at Formula 1. Okay. We're doing something different today, people. All right, let's look at this. We're going to share the screen here. Welcome back, Valentino. Welcome back. Thanks for being here. All right, so these might be irregular on the channel now. Updated grid. So this is what we're looking at here. If you did not watch the qualifiers yesterday, practice 3. Well, they had practice 3, then qualifiers yesterday. The qualifiers were crazy. Verstappen had probably the best lap of his life. And he won first pole position, like right at the end, the last lap. So we have Verstappen in 1, Norris and Piastri in 2 and 3, which are McLaren. 4 is Leclerc. 5 Russell, 6 Antonelli, 7 Hajar, which is amazing because I think in the last race he crashed. He beat Hamilton. Hamilton's 8, Albon's 9, Bierman's 10, and this is his first race for F1 race. Gasly, Alonso, Lawson, which this is a dramatic race for Lawson because he was with Red Bull, but they dropped him for Tsunoda. So he actually I don't know what the term would be, but he got a position higher than Tsunoda right at the end, and Tsunoda's the one who took his place. So he's back on Racing Bulls. I think that's what that is. Tsunoda, this is his home Grand Prix and his first one with Red Bull. So it's a big deal. Sainz dropped 3 positions because he cut off Lewis Hamilton in the qualifier. So his penalty was 3 position drop. So that's why he's at 15th. Hulkenberg, Bortoleto, I think that's how you say that. Dohan, Stroll, and then I don't know how to say Ocon, I think. But that's just my rundown of that. And that's just me. Guys, this is literally me watching F1 content for 1 week. And I got some of it down. I'm not going to lie, the pole positions and like the lap times are really confusing. So we're working on that. But outside of that, I got it. I think the actual race will be easier because it's based off of actual positions, like in terms of laps. So that'll be better. Everyone's warming up. I'm Valentino, if you're here, can you listen to radios? Because I want to listen to Hamilton's radio. I just wasn't sure if there was a way to do that, or how you do that. But if anyone has any F1 thoughts, or if you have a team or anything like that, let us know, please. I will definitely try to play or put the stream up, the leaderboard up as the race goes on. So thank you. Because I have F1 TV, but I wasn't sure how you listen to the radios. Because I want to listen to Hamilton's radio during the match. And I think you can do that, right? Yeah, they were supposed to get rain, but the track is dry. They were supposed to get rain. Okay, they're visible when the race starts. Got it. Valentino, how long have you been watching F1? Also, Hertz. I see the Barca logo. What did you think of the game today? I did watch it. Barca versus Real Betis. What'd you think? What'd you think? Should have won, you know? dropped some points the same day Real Madrid did, so only at 4 now, I think, right? So I don't know why that's playing right there, but okay. Nothing is wrong with being diversified. Content is content. Well, thanks for that. It made me nervous to do this. I'm not gonna lie, because like my channel title is literally FC, so that's football club, obviously. So this is nothing to do with football, but hey, I like it. It's okay. It's a draw, but it feels like a loss. Waiting to see how we play on Wednesday. Yeah, you guys play Bayern Munich, right? Hey, Akeem, Calma. Don't be calling Hamilton washed. Who's your favorite racer? I've been watching since 2007, Lewis rookie season, and he lost the title to I don't even know how to say that. Raikkonen with just a point. Barca drew 1-1 last night and are 4 points ahead now. Yeah. Who's your team? Oh, you're Man United. That's what you said, Tino. You're Man United. Hey, Rostock, did you have to work today? Dortmund. You played Dortmund. Dortmund? Yeah. How are you feeling about the derby tomorrow? Also, guys, I got cupcakes. You want to see them? You got to tell me which one I should eat first. Because I'm going to be stressed during the race. Oh, your racer used to be Battelle. Good morning from Mayan Sky in chat. Woke up late and now I got to get busy. Have fun streaming. Thank you, Everest. Have a good day. Where are you? All right, look at these. Look at these, guys. Oh, okay. This one is birthday cake. This one is lemon drop. So it's like a lemon cake. How good do these look? Oh, I just messed this one up. Dang it. I just messed up the lemon drop one. Bangladesh. I would totally share with you if I could. That's good though. See? Cupcakes. Valentino, did you watch the qualifiers yesterday? Don't they look good? Don't they look good? They're so I can stress eat during the race. Yeah, his lap yesterday was insane. He did it right at the end too to go over Lando Norris. It was crazy. I wish I could hear this. I'm gonna listen to this on my iPad for now, and then when the race starts, I'll listen to his radio. You're 5 blocks from your house. Are you working? No. What do you think of What do you think of when Carlos Sainz when he like cut Lewis off? Did you see that? Why are you 5 blocks from your house? Do you guys see Dice sleeping? I'm watching the pre-show right now. I think they're just doing warm-up laps, is what I'm seeing. Reconnaissance laps. Guys, I'm so nervous. Maybe I shouldn't watch my first one live because I feel like I'm going to be so annoying because I'm going to be stressed. Yeah. He did it in Q2. But yeah, that's a good point. Charles winning. Is Charles your favorite racer? What's your instincts? What do you mean? I'm from America. Where are you from? Oh, about our game tomorrow? I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like it'll be a draw, you know? Kind of feeling like it'll be a draw. I can't lie. You're from Kenya. That's amazing. Welcome. I'm a Nigerian, like Charles as well, because I'm a Ferrari fan. Oh, yeah, makes sense. Love that you're from Nigeria. That's amazing. Are you in Nigeria currently? Oh, okay, drove home. Drive safe, Rasta Stocks. You have to work during the derby tomorrow? I'm in Nigeria and I live in the capital. Oh, okay. So Hajar is still having issues with his seat, apparently. If you guys were watching the qualifiers and the practice yesterday, he kept talking about how his seat was like not secure while he was racing. It's 11:30 at night. What time is it for you, Jude? Yeah, it's in the chat. You won't be stressed. I will. I will. I'm gonna be stressed. I know. I was already stressed during qualifiers. 12:30. Okay. Are you in America? Okay, so you must be on Eastern time. I'm on Central time. I need to wake up. There's a Ferrari car. Was that Lewis? Since this is your first race, don't worry, we got you. Okay, I will. I will. I'll ask you. I'll be asking all the questions. I'm supposed to have Gigi joining, and she's a really big F1 fan, and she knows a lot. So she'll probably join closer to the race. No, I won't watch Liverpool tomorrow. I have church, so I can't watch the earlier games. I'll be at work, but I'll be watching. Fair. You got to close open? That's rough. Are you a Liverpool fan too? Say I want you. Oh, you like me and you. Okay, but you're Jude Bellingham? That doesn't make any sense. Bortoletto. Because Ronaldo, same. There's Lewis and there's Thunder outside. Oh my gosh, his hair looks crazy. He doesn't have any braids. Bye, Jude. Yeah, it's late for you. Which team do I support? In terms of football, Manchester United. Just started pouring at my house. Oh, you have a part-time and a full-time? Goodness. Yeah, I don't know how you live in New York. I couldn't afford it. Oh, you're a Man United diehard also? Welcome. Welcome, sir. Gigi! Are you coming on YouTube? Okay, cool. Yep, just show up whenever. I'm live now, so you can show up whenever. Lando Norris might win this race because McLaren has the fastest car. I know they have the fastest car, but Verstappen, man, he could do something. I saw this Hamilton clip on X. I need to take some allergy medicine. Did you watch the Chinese sprint race? No, I didn't. 1 second, guys. What's up, Ray Ray? What's up? Must be the water. What do you mean? My parents moved here and I moved out of their house on my own. Yeah, I'm sure that's not cheap in New York. Are you in Brooklyn or where are you? I can't hear. Did you just see the Ultimate Duke basketball final? I didn't, but I heard that Duke lost. How was it? Did you watch Hammer Chronicle? Living in New York makes me the person who I am today. Love that. Love that. I watched it and I'm a Tar Heel who bet the game. I won and you're welcome. Wow. How much money did you make? How much money did you make? You bet against Duke. I know you did. Oh, shoot. I don't. My bad, Gigi. If you can hear me, my bad. It's not the car, it's the driver. I think it's both. I think it's both, personally. Ow. I think Gigi's joining us here soon. I want to be with you everywhere. Oh, I'm so nervous, guys. Let me do this. Oh, Brooklyn, okay. Brooklyn. Goodbye, Simba. Have a good time at church. Guys, guess what? Gigi's here. She's here. Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. This is always like the time that I get the most nervous before a race is like the last like 15, 20 minutes when everyone is on the grid and it's like all the mechanics are rushing around. Everyone's trying to do last minute stuff. And I'm like, I just wanted to start. I just wanted to start.
Yes, everyone say hi to Gigi. She's the best. How was Disneyland?
Oh my gosh. It was good. It was good. It was hot today though.
Oh.
It's like 85 degrees.
Okay.
So
no, that is hot.
Are you ready you ready for your first race?
No. I think I'm just gonna be more scared that I don't want anyone to crash.
Did you see any highlights from qualifying yesterday?
Yeah, I actually watched it live. I was watching it.
Girl.
Oh, yeah. I was like on live, but I was up when it was happening. So.
It's funny because you don't always realize when you're like seeing something happen in real time where you're like, oh, I think this is like actually historic. But the lap from Max in qualifying was actually one of those laps where you're like, it kind of like goes on the board of like the laps that like people will remember.
Yeah. And the fact that it was like right at the end too. Like right at the end of the round.
That generally tends to make it more like exciting.
Intense.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain? Because it's definitely not your first race.
No, it's not my first race. I've been following F1 I've been following Lewis Hamilton for quite a while. But the first thing that I heard about him was not F1. I knew him because he used to date Nicole Scherzinger,
Yeah.
who was in the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah.
And so I knew him as like her boyfriend.
Oh, that's
Um,
crazy.
yeah. Yeah. And then I kind of found my way over to F1.
Yeah, I didn't even know they dated until I got in a TikTok like black hole, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing, lots of people don't remember because now Lewis is kind of like the elder statesman and he
Yeah.
has like fashion partnerships and he's like above it all. But there was an era of like young Lewis Hamilton that was like extremely online, like very online. And so yeah, that relationship played out kind of publicly.
Wow.
So yeah. What's like the 2 or 3 things that you want to like know or like want to keep an eye on or
So I know that I think this race, I think I had a really hard time in practices and stuff because I couldn't understand like the times. There were so many numbers, like they were talking about sectors, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I think this will be easier to understand because it's based off of like laps and like the leader of the lap, so that's going to be easier to follow. It's not really, it's based off of like the distance, right?
What'd you say?
So like you have to go like a total of like I was watching something. You have to like go to a total of like a certain amount of kilometers or something. Or no?
Well, I mean, each race has like a set number of laps.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it differs track to track.
What's this one's laps?
You got me. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Well, that's what they win, that Louis Vuitton case?
No.
Yeah. With the trophy? Do you see that? That's crazy. Why can't I hear this?
I gotta say,
can you hear the radios during the race?
Yeah. So Formula One will select which driver radios they want to play during the broadcast.
Okay.
So they might unless you have like F1 so like sometimes I'll use like multi-viewer where you can just follow like a specific driver. And then you can hear.
Oh, you can hear in the driver on that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm so nervous. My heart's beating so fast. And I don't even know what's going to happen. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
I mean, luckily it's not really raining. So
yeah,
there shouldn't be that much chaos. But
I think it's going to be different though. Cause like in the practices, they couldn't really like pass each other. So now with like everybody on the track, I'm just like, oh.
Hold on a second. I got it.
Chinese Grand Prix. Oh, he won the Chinese Grand Prix, the one in Shanghai. That's the one they just had, right? Where Hamilton and Leclerc got disqualified.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. But that wasn't his fault, right? It was the car?
No, I mean, it wasn't technically his fault.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the derby later. How are you, Rudy? Good to see you. Who do you guys play tomorrow? Liverpool.
Fulham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, no, I was late in all of my preparations because I just had to watch the end of the Duke Houston game.
Oh, yeah. They lost?
What?
Which Duke lost?
Yeah.
Oh, he was
amazingly. because I was sitting there at like, I don't know, like a minute and 15 seconds or whatever. And I was like, I wonder if like the Houston coach is gonna like feel bad or feel like this is a game that like got away from him. And then they stormed back.
So who are they gonna play? I haven't been following it at all.
Florida.
Florida and Houston. Wow. Okay. You don't hear that every day.
No, you do not. You do not.
How do you think the race is going to go? Who do you think is going to win?
I just don't know if Max has the car to outlast the McLarens.
Makes sense.
I think the podium is going to be some, and obviously barring any anyone not finishing the race for some reason, but I think the podium will be some variation of the two McLarens and Max.
Okay. That's fair.
I just hope Lewis stays out of trouble. Because I feel like he's just around.
Well, it's funny because
that might be chaotic.
I've been like watching a lot of videos, and apparently like Ferrari is known for just not having like the most I don't even know what the word would be. Like their team just isn't that great. So like I was listening to his radio,
to say the least.
And then Charles Leclerc was like, there's water in my car. Like the seat's wet. And then the guy was like, so it's water? And he was like, yeah. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it just is like.
And then something happened with Lewis, and he kept telling him to hit a certain button, and he was like, I know when to do it. I'm good. Like he kept telling him you can hit the button.
Yeah. Crazy. Ferrari is like infamous, I think is the word. Because it's not really a good thing. But they're famous for like on the radio calls, you'll hear like they have like A through like F or G for like the different strategies that they have. And everyone is like, why do they have this many strategies? And like they still like can't find the right one.
Yeah. Thanks for subscribing, Papa. I'm rooting for Lewis Hamilton, but I'm just here for the vibes, honestly. This is my first Grand Prix, so just here to see what's gonna happen.
And this is actually a really good track for racing.
Yeah, that's what everyone was saying. I want is it Sonoda? I want him to do good.
Mm-hmm. I was gutted that he didn't make it into Q3. I was really upset.
Like his team messed him up because they made him wait like that whole Q3 for him until he could do his last lap. It was weird.
Yeah.
I mean, Papa? Let us know who you're rooting for. And then the fact that the Liam guy like placed above him.
I know. Like because the second Red Bull seat has been, Red Bull really only cares about Max, which fair enough, because he's unbelievable, and if you were gonna go all in on one driver, it probably should be Max that you would go all in on. But it just like that other seat just like chews drivers up and spits them out.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. Oh, those flags are so cool.
Yeah. The fans are always great.
I love that. Have you been to a race before?
No.
Oh, I hope you get to go.
I haven't. I was thinking about trying to go to Vegas just because that's the one that's like geographically closest to me.
Uh-huh.
But they just like they don't have it together.
Oh, Vegas does it?
Yeah, it's just
Wow.
not like it's just not a good experience
Is it
going.
new? That
Yeah,
race? Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
The first Vegas race was in 2023.
oh, wow. Very new.
So they just added that race. And that is like all the different racetracks um like have different people that like run the races, but
Uh,
the Vegas race is the only one that like actually Formula One owns and
Oh,
promotes that race.
I see.
So I feel like they still have a couple things to figure out. Um, I would love to go to.
Sorry, I just saw Lewis and Ice quilt. It's gonna be bad, I'm telling you. It's gonna be so bad.
I mean, that's a completely justifiable reaction.
This is all new to me, guys. So the emotions and the everything is probably a little too high.
I would be.
Did you see him win his
Get ready
sprint?
for it. Yeah,
Lewis? That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I knew when he got pole in sprint qualifying, I was like, I'm just committing now
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
like setting my alarm and waking
Yeah.
up whenever I need to watch this.
Yeah.
But I just hope that Ferrari can keep their stuff together enough to
It's just
just
so crazy because like
give him a
everyone
decent
knows
chance.
Ferrari, but it's just I'm just shocked that they're just not that good
Well,
right now. Maybe.
it's changed a little bit since Fred Vasseur came in as the new team principal.
Mm.
Um, because like it was almost run a little bit like
Oh, they're cooking broadcast here.
kind of like they weren't necessarily like sorry, I just had to switch over.
Yeah,
Um
me too. I was like, what is happening right now?
um yeah, no, Ferrari is just very much like this is how we do things at Ferrari. And it's kind
Mm.
of like well, okay. Um maybe take some notes though.
Right.
um
Can I get this on the screen? Let's see. Let's log into F1 and see if I can show it while we're watching.
I would be shocked if Lando is able to get Max a turn one.
Yeah. Would you have to do that like immediately or like you just mean in general?
Lando typically is not known for having like the best starts.
Oh,
Lando has actually had a history from time to time of getting overtaken if he's
oh.
on pole or ahead going into turn one. It just hasn't been a strength for him. He's kind of changed that narrative this year a little bit, but I would like to see more before I make that determination.
All right, this is launching. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I don't want to hear it. Thank you. Jester, what's up? This is my first watch along. Who do you like? Big up to you. Guys, tell Gigi she needs to make a channel. Oh, you do? Who do I want Hamilton to win. Outside of that, I don't really care, honestly. I'm just here. Gigi, who do you want to win outside of Hamilton?
I don't know that I really like want somebody else to win. Who I think is gonna win.
That's so annoying.
Barring anything happening with his car, I think it's probably gonna be Lando.
Okay. Big up, yes, dear. Do you like him? Would you prefer him over Verstappen? Or do you not care?
Yes. Just for like somebody new.
Makes sense.
Because Max has won the last 4 championships.
Oh, has he? In a row?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's a sore subject. We don't talk about 2021.
Oh, was it like close with Lewis?
He and Lewis went into the final race in Abu Dhabi tied on equal points.
I'm gonna have to watch that on YouTube. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even want to know. I'm already gonna start crying.
I don't want to subject the chat
he
to
said,
reliving that trauma.
Like what happened. He has tin hog tendencies. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
That is a crazy allegation. He said, "Don't remind us." Oh shoot! Yeah, there. Who do you like? What's up, Nancy? How are you, girl? Good to see you. Good to see you, girl.
So, part of the reason why Liam Lawson got on my bad side is because he was doing, just kind of like promotional interviews for like pre-race stuff. And the interviewer asked him, "What's your favorite F1 race? Like just in general, just like across the history of F1, what's your favorite race?" And he said, "Abu Dhabi 2021. And like, I get it because he's like a Red Bull driver, but also I'm just kind of like, when someone says that their favorite race is like your greatest source of sports trauma, it's tough.
Yeah, don't tell me. Obviously, he loses, but I just want to see how.
Honestly,
oh God,
if I speak,
that is diabolical, right? That's diabolical. How are you going to tell him he's Tin Hawk? He got 4 in a row. He got demoted after 2 races. I know. Okay. Oh God, it's about to start. I'm gonna throw up. I'm good. How are you? How's your graphics going? Okay, I want to hear the radio. How do we do that? Okay, that's what I'm listening to. Did they start? What is this? What is this lap?
This is the formation. So you know how like in the pre-race stuff, like all the teams and all the mechanics and everything, they were all on the grid. They do this formation lap and then you see everyone running off the grid. Like they do the formation lap and come back around. So it clears everyone off and then they line up in their actual race positions.
Oh, yeah, John, just message me it. Your whole team, girl. When I saw Musiala hurt his hamstring, it was a wrap for me. Why is everyone hurting their hamstring?
Yeah. There's too many games. There's too many games.
It's the truth.
Like you can't.
I feel bad for him, honestly.
Yeah, you can't be expecting these guys to play this many games at this high intensity. Yeah. And like, it's just worse coming off like a tournament summer because most of them were playing high level football, during the break too.
It's great. Lewis is the only one on hard tires. No, that's not true. Mostly everyone's on intermediate. And then there's 2 on soft. Oh God. I might have to mute myself.
Well, Lewis was saying that he was hoping for it to be a wet race, but since it wasn't, he was potentially going to try and do something different to everyone else around him, which is like I kind of hate to hear that, but okay.
Yeah. Jamaican Youth on TikTok says, but we can't make that excuse because the team spent over £1 billion, Gigi. Says the Chelsea fan.
You know what? Like when they are able to like 3D print hamstrings and add that into their budget, maybe. But like a hamstring is a hamstring,
I know.
whether you
Hey,
got
every episode,
$2 or 2 billion.
dang, it is pouring outside.
Wait, your house or the
Yes.
race? Oh.
Yeah, he's the only one in top 10 with hard tires.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm so confused why he has those.
Basically, like if you have the hard tires on, you're gonna try and extend until you have to make a pit stop.
Oh,
So I think he's probably hoping that he'll be able to be on the hard tires and everyone around him will make pit stops and then he can move up the order
okay.
by not having to pit.
That makes sense. Oh my god. Oh my god, did they start? I'm sorry. Oh god, here we go. Here we go, guys. Driver tracker. Okay. We're watching Hamilton. Where's his thing? Right here. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Can you hear his? No. Okay. Oh, let me show.
Okay. So everyone is going to make it out of lab 1. So hopefully now it doesn't just turn out to be boring.
Yeah. Okay. He started behind him, Yasir. He started behind him.
What'd you say?
He's saying how is Hamilton behind Hadjir?
Yeah, he started behind Hajar.
He was P7. So now it's like they're just trying to figure out when they can have an opportunity to pass somebody.
Yeah, so I'm not sure when DRS is going to be enabled because they won't enable DRS if it's like still wet out on the track.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if Max's strategy is going to be just try and put as much distance between him and the McLarens as possible.
Yeah. You just need to see top 10. DRS is now enabled. What is it? Oh, on their cars?
Yeah.
What is that, like turbo?
Yeah, it's like a little flap, like a little wing flap. And when you're when you're within a second of another car, when you go through the detection point, you can open that up and it gives you extra.
Oh. It's a little cheat code. Why can't I hear this anymore? The heck?
Oh. Did someone just go off?
I don't know. Yeah, I did. This is my first race. I'm so confused. Where did it go? Oh, is this not?
Oh yeah, Kimi Antonelli did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Crashed?
No. He just
Pit
went off
stop
the track.
already?
No, he just went off the track. He
Oh, hit the
mucked up.
gravel?
Yeah, and he just went. He just like cut across.
This is driving me nuts. It's not working. There we go.
Oh, Hulkenberg went off?
Is anyone listening to radios? Bye, Rockland Stocks. Have a good night.
So they pick the radios that they show on the broadcast. But it's kind of hard to tell. So Max was just complaining about his gear shifts, but we don't know when that message was from. You know, they just pick what they want to play when they want to play it.
Do they tell you when somebody gets passed?
Oh,
Sonoda just passed Lawson.
He did?
Yeah.
Wait, no. Oh, yes, he did. Yeah, he did. Good job, Yuki. George
Russell?
Yeah, he's just put on the grid to annoy me right now.
You don't like her?
Just like leave Charles alone. Stop it.
That used to be Hamilton's teammate.
Yeah, I didn't like him then either.
Fair enough.
I just feel like even if it messed up his own race, George was like, I just gotta finish ahead of Lewis. Even if it tanks both of them.
Okay, can you switch the back? I don't want to see the back of this car anymore. This is so cool. It's amazing. I would crash so hard.
Yeah. Like immediately.
The way that they're just like,
Oh, poor Bortoletto.
What happened?
No, just everyone just passed him immediately.
Oh.
He just like dropped to like a stone to the back. And he's
they're showing you that now.
Yeah. Everyone was just like, bye.
What does this look like? I like that.
Oh no. This seems like it's starting to get boring. I think we're just everyone's gonna be just like holding station until the pit window opens.
When does that open? Like halfway through?
Oh, it'll
wow.
What did I miss?
Signs past somebody?
Oh, he did?
Yeah. I think that's what I saw.
I think Lewis is trying to line up Hajar.
He's trying to what?
I think he's trying to line up Hajar to overtake.
Yeah. You can jump on. How can I send you? I follow you on X, right? Let me see.
Yep, he got him.
I'm gonna send you the link on X. What'd you say, Gigi?
He passed Hajar, which is kind of not a fair fight because he's a rookie.
Isn't that like his idol or something?
Yeah.
I'm DMing. I'm sorry. I'm DMing you on X. Yes, here.
Yeah, please, because this race is turning into.
Yes, here's great. He's a Chelsea fan. Yep, he did. He's 7th. Now it's Antonelli and Russell and Leclerc. Who we got a long way to go, guys. Verstappen is so far ahead of Norris.
George always does this.
What do you do?
Well, George is in in Leclerc's DRS one. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's gonna try and overtake Charles, but
yeah,
I just don't know if the Mercedes has the pace to I think it's gonna wind up starting a DRS train.
Yeah.
Which is basically where nobody can get ahead because everyone winds up like the same distance apart from each other. And so everyone is using DRS. And so nobody can make any progress because they're all just giving DRS to each other. So they're all just moving at the same rate. Fernando Alonso is famous for doing that.
Is he?
Yeah.
Are you watching the race as well? Michael, big up to you. Let us know who you're going for. This is so chaotic. There's so many cameras on the side of this thing. No, I don't like that. So shifts are better.
Yeah, I don't know. Max is kind of just taken off.
Yeah, he has.
So I don't know what Lando and Oscar are doing really.
I'm mentally preparing for tomorrow. Yes, I am. Or is his car digital like that? Or is that like the broadcast? That's got to be the broadcast, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They're going so fast. Oh, God, Lewis. Big up, Godfrey. Yeah, he's way ahead. Well, I'm not way ahead, but that's a big gap.
Yeah, I just thought the McLarens would have been faster.
Yeah. It's funny because the map, I feel like I'm watching Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody throw a turtle shell.
I know, right?
Get him out of first place. Yes, dear, I sent you the link on X, just so you know. How far away is... So who's in front of him? Antonelli? He's kind of far.
Yeah, but Lewis also has to... since he started on hards, I assume that he's going to try and extend this stint. He's it seems like everyone, except for George, more or less, is just kind of in tire saving mode right now.
Yeah. How many laps do they usually go before they have to do a pit stop?
It depends. The strategists and the engineers will determine based on the track, whether they expect a lot of tire degradation. So it changes race to race in terms of how long you can go on each tire.
And if it's raining or if it's really hot or
yeah.
Because I'm assuming if obviously if you're in Vegas or somewhere where it gets hot, where the tires go bad quicker?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a limit to how many tire changes you can have?
No, but every time you make a pit stop, it takes a certain like amount of time.
Okay.
Depending on like how long the pit lane is.
Okay.
Because you have to slow down to a certain speed when you
Yeah.
go through the pit lane. So like, it can be anywhere from like 25 to 30 seconds that you lose when you make
Jeez.
a pit stop, unless you make a pit stop when there's a safety car or
Yeah.
a virtual safety car, because it bunches the cars up.
Big up, yes.
So you lose less time.
Yeah.
Oh, big up.
Hi.
Hello, you're right.
What time is it for you?
What do you mean, like in the UK?
Yeah.
6,
6
quarter
a.m.
past 6. Yeah, yeah.
Midnight for me. That's crazy.
That's like how you guys watch football, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say 6 o'clock is when I'm usually watching F1.
No, it's only when the races are like in the other side in the world, isn't it? When they're
Yeah.
close in Europe and stuff, it's usually all right.
For you guys.
I
Yeah,
know.
early
for us.
for me.
Yeah, for us. Yeah.
Landon, how long have you been watching F1? Yes, year?
How long have I been watching F1? For probably the year before, a year or 2 years before the Abu Dhabi 21, whatever it was.
Oh,
Not too long before that.
you got PTSD because Gigi brought it up?
No, it's like a notable moment, isn't it?
It is.
But like I used to play the game when I was younger,
Okay.
but then I never really knew what I was doing anyway. We used to see it like go-karting, innit? I didn't really know what it was. And then when I started to get older, it was a bit complicated. Like you turn on the TV and you see 70 laps. I'm like, I'm not sitting here for
Yeah.
70 laps. You know what I mean? Well, 70 laps is crazy just to see the car going around. But then when I became interested in like the things that happen in the races,
Mm-hmm.
you realize, okay, cool, yeah. Because I was thinking, I used to think they all had the same car. Because like obviously
In different
looking at it, like,
racing
fairness.
series, they do.
Yeah, because I thought it'd be fair, and then it just separates the drivers' abilities.
Mm-hmm.
But then I slowly started to realize, because remember they used to have, like, okay, I don't know what year it was, but I remember when Lewis Hamilton was dominant.
Mhm.
That's when they used to have, they used to rely more on engines than the car design.
Yep.
And then I don't know when it was, but then they moved into this ground effect cars, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's been a bit different, isn't it? Because it's all about designing the car and getting the most out of it.
Yep.
And they got smaller engines, and it's a hybrid, so it's complicated.
Yeah, it is. It is. I've just been reading a lot about, because this is supposed to be the last year of like this current regulation set with the ground effect cars. But nobody is happy with their engines for next year except Mercedes.
Oh,
so they have been talking about potentially like extending this current regulation set, and then in like 2027, 2028, actually going back to like V10s, which was like the cars before the like Lewis Hamilton years.
The cars that sounded good.
Yeah.
The cars that sounded good. But you know what it is? I think.
Yeah, these sound like motorcycles.
Yeah,
because they're V6s now. I think they're V6s and whatever. It's just the problem is with what I'm hearing is obviously that they're going to use some kind of synthetic, I don't know, some new kind of fuel or reusable fuel or something that they're going to use, which is obviously the reason why they keep going with smaller engines. I think is mainly the regulation. Well, for the economy, I mean, what's it called, for the environment and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the engines aren't the same, but we'll see what happens. Because I watched the first race of the season, and I was awake early to watch that. That was, I think that was when we played Arsenal. So that was at like 5 or 6 p.m. At
Was that
AM.
Australia? What was that? The first one?
It was Australia.
Yeah. That's when everyone was crashing. Yeah, in the first.
Yeah.
So I think our game was at 12:30. I think it was 12:30.
First, I'm sorry to interrupt. What is Stroll doing?
You
bro,
can just
he's
rinse and repeat that phrase. No, I
He's
don't
so
think anyone ever knows.
Stroll's only there because his dad owns the Aston
Like, look
Martin.
how far behind he is.
Well, he's behind Bortoletto now. He's last. He's 20th.
Yeah, I know, but like his dot is like literally by itself in the back. He's gonna get lapped soon.
But you can tell. So when you look at the timing, every time next to the driver tells you how far they are from the
Oh, so he's
driver above,
23 seconds behind?
behind
Yes.
the last one. He's 20. So soon
He's
or
23
later,
seconds behind Bortoletto.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Stroll's Garnacho.
This is crazy. He said Stroll is Garnacho.
Nah, that's crazy.
That's
But
crazy.
he's only there.
That's Hoyland.
But he's only there because his dad owns the Aston Martin racing team.
So it's not even good. He's just a nepo baby.
Yeah, because he's been crashing.
Yeah.
I remember at one point, I don't know, he broke his arm or done something crazy.
Oh.
And he's
He
always
fell out. He had a biking accident, and he broke his wrists.
That's it.
Oh my goodness.
Because I feel like he's holding back Alonso. Because they had a period where they were really good, where Alonso was doing really good, but that's when the car was doing well. And then all of a sudden, they've never been the same.
I don't know. I mean, Fernando Alonso, if he feels, he's kind of like, he feels like at any point his car isn't very good. Like he kind of loses motivation sometimes. Like he'll just be like, oh, something is rattling in the car. I think I need to retire.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need some pit stops or something because everyone is now just tired.
But this is what I think. I think a lot of people that are on the mediums are gonna have to pit soon. Well, not soon, but before Hamilton, depending on how he pushed his tires.
That's what he's hoping. Yeah, that's what he's hoping.
And if he doesn't get enough of a gap, and then he pits, they will just overtake him again.
Yeah. So basically, is it saying that Lewis is? That's how far behind he's behind Antonelli?
Yeah.
So yeah,
he's a second and a half behind Kimi.
1.6 seconds behind him.
Yep. So you see at the top next to Verstappen's name, it says interval.
Yeah.
That means that all the times that are below just show how far they are from the next driver up. If it said leader next to Verstappen, then all the times would show how far they are from Verstappen.
Oh, so will it switch sometimes? So they just show you different numbers?
Yeah, they could.
Yes,
I didn't know that though. I actually didn't know about the leader thing. I didn't know they changed. I just used to see them all the same. So if the number is a second and below, there's certain areas on the racetrack where it's a weird thing. It's based on aerodynamics. So the wing usually faces upwards to give the car downforce, so to push the car to the ground. So once they get into that area, the wing kind of goes straight, which allows the air to go straight through it, and then the cars can actually go faster. Because usually when you get downforce, it slows the car slightly down, so you get less of a top speed. So that's how they usually try to overtake, and then and they can do the battery thing, which is another thing.
But the reason why they're all kind of like spaced out, like from like a second to like a second and a half, is because when you follow another car too closely, so like you can get DRS and you can overtake if you're within a second of another car, but the longer that you follow within a second of the car in front of you, the more it eats your tires faster.
Oh.
So if they can't like make an overtake soon, they'll drop back so that they don't just like ruin their tires.
Wow, there's so much you have to think about while you're driving. I didn't do that.
In front of them, but you can also get slipstream, which is another thing.
Where you like probably get momentum from the car in front of you.
No, well, basically because the car in front has split the air.
Yeah, the car in front punches out
So
like a
you,
car-shaped hole, and then you can just fit in that hole, and you
That's
don't have to go the
crazy.
yeah. So you don't have to be cutting. Well,
Yeah.
you basically like riding your bicycle behind someone else. The one in front
Mhm.
of you is taking all the wind.
Yeah.
Come on.
Did we ever find out what did Lance Stroll do to wind up back there?
Like, I am shook at how far
What
behind
did he
he is.
do?
You see that?
What did he
But
do?
didn't someone
Did someone hit him?
I think he pit.
Oh, he pitted?
He pitted, yeah, he pitted, yeah. I seen
Why?
Aston Martin.
Why?
Yeah. I think for
That's
some reason, unless even that Doolin, who's that Doohan guy?
Jack doing.
Doohan,
Yeah, he
yeah.
just went in pit,
He
Duhan.
pit.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to catch him.
Nah, he's 23 seconds behind. He can go and get a drink and come back.
Oh, they do their pit. Look at that. That was like.
Oh, no. Jack Doohan pitted because he had, like, Lance wasn't even in his pit window. So, like, he could pit and come out and still be
Yeah,
ahead
so
of
he's come out in front of him. You could
Yeah.
tell he just come out ahead of him. So it takes a certain amount of time to pit. So if you time it right, you can either come out in front of someone else if you're ahead of them, or you can actually come behind them. Yeah. So I realized over time that it's not just about managing your tires and stuff, but it's also about the strategies.
Mm-hmm.
They play such a big part.
I could not think about all this while I'm driving.
Oh, well, when I didn't know this, but when I started digging into it, the drivers lose 4 kilograms a race.
That's crazy.
And some of the G-forces that they
Because
experience.
of the G-force?
Yeah, and that's obviously because the car drives like it's on train tracks. So the minute they turn the steering wheel, you literally just go in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that allowed? What Carlos Sainz just did?
It's not allowed. You can't overtake
if he doesn't pass someone who was ahead of him in the process.
Oh, that seems like cheating.
Well, because you don't really get an advantage.
They're gonna crash into the wall.
Yeah, you don't really get an advantage from cutting across like that because you go so much slower.
Yeah,
when you're not on the track. That but if he had like passed. Let's see, like who's in front of me. If he had passed Liam Lawson by doing that, then he would have to give Liam the place back.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And the reason they do, part of the reason they also don't do it is because they don't want to put a hot spot on the tires. Because if they slam the brakes or just turn the steering wheel, just keep going straight, you just heat up the tires again.
Yeah, Duhan did a pit. Now he's 21 seconds. Now he's close.
Well, now Lance Stroll is close to him.
Yeah, because he pitted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think by the time Stroll's tires get old, Duhan will still have age in his tires.
Fresh, yeah.
Which means that the space that he's lost, he'll probably gain back later. It just depends on how they end up managing the tires. But
and Lance the
safety car or something can just throw a spanner in the works.
What's a safety car?
So if someone crashes or there's something on the track or whatever it is, they'll bring. You see that? Remember when they done the what's that formation lap?
Yeah.
There was a red car at the end.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so what they do is they park the car and wait, and then they get called out for emergency. So they control the cars or whatever it is, if in case anything happens. So if they know there's an accident or a crash in, I don't know, sector 3 or whatever they call it, they'll tell everyone on the radio that there'll be a safety car. And then what he does, he'll come out ahead of them and control the rest of the pack behind them. So they'll drive at a certain pace until the damage has been cleared or whatever, the track's been cleared, and then he gets out of the way. So if a safety car comes out, I think you can cut the time of your pitting. I think they call it a free pit stop. I don't know exactly how it works.
Oh wait, is Max pitting? Because they just told Lando to stay out.
But sometimes they do it mind games. Sometimes it's mind games. They tell you to stay out and then they go in.
Okay, so do you see that their little race control message at the top? Okay, so yeah, they basically like the FIA saw what Carlos Sainz did, and they were like, "We need to check that out and see if that's okay."
Oh,
and so
yeah, here trying to cheat like it's Mario Kart. You can't be doing that.
Yeah, gaining an advantage. You know what? I didn't know. I didn't know that the amount of people that go to a race. So in England, obviously, we have Silverstone.
Yeah,
and it's between, it's between the West Midlands and London, somewhere in between, not far from Oxford. So I didn't know it's like 3 days. So it's obviously from the practice day to the race day. So a lot of people go over there and camp.
Yeah.
So they camp for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then what I've seen is like, and then when they tell you the people that are attending is like so many people, and then sometimes you actually realize when they see them on the pit, when they're running on the racetrack or stuff like that.
I added Yasir's channel to the title, so you guys subscribe if you pop in and out.
So they just put up a graphic that said the pit window was lap 19 to like lap 23 or whatever. So
how do you know what lap they're on? Nobody's saying that.
On what I'm watching, there's the little timing tower, and at the top,
I see.
20 of 53.
Yeah.
Didn't see that before.
Because I'm pretty sure they use the same graphics and everything on all the channels, and then they change the logo on the top corner just to say what
you're watching it on. Yeah.
Oh, Sonoda's in 12th. He passed. Russell drops. Dropped so much.
He drops to 13th, but then everyone else that's on medium tires will pit, and then he'll overtake them later.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's more of a tactical thing. It just depends on.
So when they show that little thing,
crazy. So he's gonna go back up. You think?
Yeah,
we hope so. Because
do we hope?
You hope so.
Do we?
You like Russell yesterday?
No. I want Hamilton to win, but I don't know what. I don't know.
All right,
Hamilton's doing better.
Hamilton's 6.
Well, he's 6 because Russell pitted. So,
but he's on the hard, so I kind of expected him to stay out.
Yeah, he should be able to go farther than everyone ahead of him. What'd you say?
He's so far behind Antonelli, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds almost.
Well, 2 seconds is nothing. If Antonelli makes one mistake, it's literally 2 seconds.
Everybody
it looks long. It looks far away, but I've seen. You know when people race each other like the first and the second, you always get that.
Norris did it.
He was about to lose it.
No, Piastri.
Piastri.
It's Piastri.
Oh look, Anthony went to 4th. Hamilton's. This is crazy.
Look, they're all overtaking them while he's coming back out.
So the FIA stewards decided that nothing was wrong with what Carlos Sainz did, so they're not.
Basically, guys, VAR. They do the VAR.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
that's basically VAR. They double check it.
Do we like this VAR system or do we question it?
I only question it when it's Verstappen. that's when you just put whoever the second driver is Rob.
Holland. Verstappen gives me Holland for some reason.
Who?
Kind of.
Holland.
Yeah, I don't know why I just get Holland vibes.
Erling Holland, not Holland the country. Erling Holland.
Yeah, Erling Holland.
I know, but it's like I don't know.
Oh, they're pitting Charles.
I mean, he's got the best. Like he had the best car for a bit, and obviously he's done.
Yeah.
He also done his thing he's also a very good driver, to be fair. Because even now he's had issues with his car a lot. Even if you watch that.
I think you're right. I don't know. Saying he's Holland, that might be an insult to Verstappen.
I like Holland. What's wrong with Holland?
Oh, was that Lando that just came out of the pit like that?
Together.
What was he doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's gonna mess up those new tires.
All 3 of them pitted together. Oh,
Oh! Oh! Hamilton's in second!
that's Norris, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is
it was
that Norris?
Norris.
Oh
Did
my
he hit the
days.
gravel?
He said he forced him off. He said the other driver forced him off. So the other driver's probably going to get a penalty.
Yeah, but probably after he damaged his floor.
Yeah, that's what
Too
I'm
late
saying.
So when two people when that other car wasn't in pit, so he wasn't supposed to do that.
Well, it's just tricky coming out of the pits. Oh.
So they'll have a look again.
Wait, what happened? I think I'm behind.
Yeah, I think Gigi is slightly ahead of me.
Oh, it's Max that did that? Oh, that's juicy.
So Norris comes on.
Yeah, so he slowed down. He didn't. he just
Yeah.
he pulled that. He's
on Norris. I feel like because Verstappen was already there.
Yeah, I think.
Well, it just depends. I don't know because the team
What's he saying?
So
he drove himself into the grass.
Max said he drove himself into the grass, which that is like the most.
I do too.
I could ever imagine.
Yeah, Max always acts like he doesn't know what happened. He's like, oh, I don't know. You know what I mean?
What do you guys think? I feel like Verstappen was there first.
Well, because here's the thing: your team is not supposed to release you where you would drive into the path of another driver.
Oh,
because you wouldn't be able to see. You can because you can barely really see out the mirrors, like from that angle. So they have to like time it perfectly to where you make sure it's safe when you get out, especially the speed they take off in.
But from Lando's onboard that we saw,
yeah,
you could see the moment that Max drove up beside him.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I was Max, I would have done that. But
because when they showed you the Verstappen bit, when Verstappen was going, Norris was still in the pits, and then as they got close to each other, Norris came out.
Oh no!
That's how it looked.
Max was ahead.
He said he pressed the pit limiter off too early. What does that mean?
I think I'm ahead of you guys, but Max was clearly ahead in my opinion.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
Yeah, Max
was way ahead of him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when they showed me, not that angle, we've just seen the one from behind, but if you saw the one from the cockpit, when they showed it, I was like, oh, he's already next to him at that point.
That's on Norris. I'm sorry. To me,
I think it is.
I don't know what I'm looking at, but
yeah, that's Norris's fault, I think. Yeah. But then Max is Max, isn't it? He will always act like he'll do something stupid and blame someone else.
I don't want Hamilton to pit now, but he has to soon.
Oh, he's second.
No, he has
hard tires.
It depends on how much he feels like he has left in the hards.
Yeah.
And they got to try and find a window to drop him into. Because you don't want to pit him and then have him fall too far behind and get into a bunch of traffic, like in the teens or whatever. So they have to try and have him push to the right amount where he can slot into like the space where there's a couple seconds between drivers.
I can see why you like the pit stop because that was dramatic.
To be fair, that usually doesn't really happen. Yeah. Even us, that's probably the first time I've seen people do that. Like, it usually happens in is it qualifying? Or usually that's when it happens when they both try to get out before each other. Remember when it's like, because remember some of the teams wait to the last 5 minutes so they can have the fresh tires.
Look at this boy, George. Like,
what is he doing?
He pitted and he's still trying to like race and get ahead of Alonso, who was coming into the pits anyway. And it's like, George, just save your tires. Why are you burning them up to try and get past Alonso, who's gonna get out of your way anyway? Just relax.
Yeah, because he's put. Yeah.
Like, calm down.
But then it will cost you later.
Exactly. Because I was saying that last year it seemed like even if it ruined his own race, George was like, I just have to beat Lewis and I just have to wind up in front of Lewis. And there were so many races where George would burn his tires out and be sitting in front of Lewis and not have any tires to attack or do anything and would just keep Lewis behind him. It's like, why are you doing that?
But you know, there's like, George, he has the occasional things in each season where he does something like great, and
Yeah.
then the rest he just coast. Like, if you really remember, I don't know if you watched it last season, he had, was it Spa?
Yeah.
The Belgian Grand Prix.
Yeah, the
He went
one
on with
stop
the same hot
that
tires all the way
wasn't
to the end,
supposed
and
to
then
be
he
a
got
one
done
stop.
dirty. Yeah, he got done dirty because they said, nah, the tires. That was it. Yeah, he didn't have enough. But I think
Yeah.
they weighted the car, and apparently he didn't have enough weight because the
Which
amount
is
of.
why it's unforgivable that Ferrari did that this year. Because it's like you knew. You
I
knew
didn't
what
know
could
because I watched the race, and then I was like, yeah, cool. Went to sleep, woke up, and then I looked at my phone, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, there's no way. I was like, nah, there's no way.
Okay, well, the stewards aren't going to do anything about Lando and Max. So
So Lando got the fastest lap.
I mean, after he drove on the grass like that,
Yeah,
he better
basically
have
they
got
said,
the
you know
fastest
what?
lap.
This reminds me of Let Them Race.
Yeah.
Let them race. They probably thought, you know what? No one's got any damage, so let us just keep them.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what they want to do. Because if they blamed Max, Norris would be moaning, and then if Norris got blamed, he would have been moaning.
It wasn't Max's fault.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think they're looking at it like it's gonna be too much politics if we choose
just
one or
trying
the
not
other. So
to.
let's just
Yeah,
leave
just
it.
trying not to take a side.
Yeah, and then I think the teams will just bite the dust because they'll just feel like, you know what, we didn't get blamed, they didn't get blamed. Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
But you know what adds to watching F1 is if you watch the Drive to Survive thing.
Yeah.
Because then it's weird, but you get the stories that you were thinking of at the time. You can actually see some of the backstories.
Well, so I watched this past season of Drive to Survive, and there were like a couple of quotes that I heard in the show where I was like, oh, I want to know more about that. Because there was the scene with Toto and Susie, and they were talking about who was going to be the new Mercedes driver. And Toto was like, yeah, I've never talked to Max because I promised Lewis that I wouldn't. And I was like, well, I want to know more about that. When did Lewis ask you to not talk to Max? I want to know more details about that.
No, I think he probably meant that he didn't. He promised to not talk to Max, so he doesn't end up replacing.
You think?
I mean,
thought he was
no,
like,
because I think potentially if Lewis kept doing what he was doing in terms of the car not being, moaning about the car, because that's how they looked at it. He's moaning about the car, whereas he was always saying they're not fixing the things that I'm asking them to fix. So it became that. So I think he was thinking that potentially he could have got snaked by Toto. So they could have gotten another driver and then he would have been stuck out. That's why he done the thing where he said, I'll get ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Let me just tell him I'm leaving, and then that should be it.
Yeah. Well, that's what it seemed like when it seemed like your power's back.
That was so scary. Just went dark for like 10 seconds. It's raining really hard outside though, to be fair. So just cut the power off.
I don't know why I live in an area of the country where it's just always sunshine, but I like weather. So like I like rain, I like snow, I like overcast. Everything that is not LA weather is what I prefer.
No. England has the rain every day. We've had like sun for the last week and it's too suspicious. I'm worried we'll get like a storm tomorrow.
Yeah.
Every day I woke up and the sun's out. I'm like, again.
Yeah. You're like, this is odd.
Yeah, we're not used to it.
So they were saying that the window for the hards is even to like up to lap 34.
Yeah. So they
So
kind
if
of calculate. I
Lewis,
think they calculate how long the tires can go for, roughly, and they
yeah,
expect the teams to change the tires around that time. Well, that would
yeah.
be the
Well,
ideal time to do it.
if Lewis has been able to say, oh, who is that Yuki or Max that went off?
Probably Yuki. That's Yuki. That's Yuki.
I just wonder how long Lewis can potentially extend.
Yeah.
Like how much
Do,
he's been
do
able
you
to.
think you'll go to like lap, what is it, 30, and then go on the softs instead?
Maybe he'd have to stretch the hards for quite a bit.
Yeah. It's either that or do it early and get the mediums.
Mm-hmm.
Around here.
So all that work Yuki did was completely erased when he pitted.
Use all of his experience with a half-ruddy tyre to close down the gap to Isaac Hatcher. Yeah, that's the battle that he's been in since the start of the race.
Sunshine, is that you?
Oh, is it? Sorry. I'm like listening to it on my headphones and on the thing.
I was like, I think I hear Julian Palmer. Oh, well, that's disheartening.
What?
Max is up to third again now.
Yeah, that was too easy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Once the hard tires warm up, they become a problem.
Yeah.
I don't like the way this science guy drives.
Oh, be careful saying that. The science girlies will come for you.
Yeah. The signs, yeah.
What do you
Carlos Sainz has very, very passionate fans.
Does he?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know if it's based on his driving ability or his looks.
What does he look like? Wait, I don't know what he looks like.
I think he's Spanish, isn't it? Yeah, he's Spanish.
Yeah. He's got incredible hair.
Yeah. He has the Miko Arteta trim.
Yeah.
Not for me, playa. Nah.
Yeah, the Lego head.
He does have nice hair, but not for me. No.
I gotta say, it's really impressive that Kimi has been able to make his mediums last. Oh, Lewis is pitting. That's not great.
Oh no! Oh no! That means he's about to drop. Oh, here goes my heart. Yeah. Oh no!
Yeah,
oh heck! I know Verstappen passed him. Yeah.
That's crazy though, because how's Antonelli done 30 laps?
Get out! Get out! Hurry!
No, he's gonna come out ahead of Lawson, but still behind George.
Oh my gosh! Get out! Hurry!
2.2 seconds. All right.
Ferrari's pit stops have been really good this year.
He's on mediums now.
Yeah, he's on mediums.
Okay, he came out. He's in 7.
Oh, so he flipped the script basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they're faster anyway, so you can go.
Wow, so everyone else went to hard. That's interesting.
Yeah, so they decided to go as far as they can in the beginning on the mediums, and then.
You already went through 30 laps?
Yeah, Antonelli don't fail. Yeah, Hamilton and Verstappen going.
Well, this was anticlimactic because like now things are the same order basically.
Yeah, that's interesting how that works.
But at least Verstappen doesn't have like 30 seconds gap between him and everyone else. That's how it was last season, or whatever last two seasons. Like, was it?
Yeah.
I think the season before that it was, and then last season Norris started catching up.
Yeah, 2023 was
literally every race.
Year.
I wanted to stop watching at that point.
Yeah,
because it was literally every race.
In 2023, Red Bull won every race except one.
You just pole position.
Wait, who said that? Who did?
In 2023, Red Bull, whether it was Max or Checo, they won every single race of the season except one race.
Wow.
Not a happy place time for me.
Yeah, it wasn't. I think last season the only good thing was Hamilton won the home race.
He won 2 races.
2?
Yeah, because remember George got disqualified.
Oh, the Belgian one.
Hamilton won,
yeah. That, but since that car started bouncing, they've never been the same. Every time they look like they turn the corner, they never turn the corner.
But ever since Adrian Newey left Red Bull, that's when their car performance started.
Yeah. But I don't know, man, because either way, they've still been able to. Like even now, I feel like they've turned the corner slightly. Because in the last couple of races, the Red Bull wasn't that good. But then all the other, like Lawson and everyone else, seems to be complaining about their car because they build around Verstappen.
I'll be interested to see what Aston Martin do next year. To see if Adrian Newey really can turn around a car that is not very good. So we're basically going to repeat the early part of the race now, because Lewis is in DRS on Kimi. So I assume he's going to try and pass the rookie, and then we'll just find out where we are.
Yeah.
I'm really shocked that the McLarens don't have better pace.
Yeah.
Like, there's no sector where Lando is doing better than Max. That's shocking. I fear the rest of this race might be kind of boring, guys. I think Max is just going to win.
Yeah.
Because there aren't going to be any more pit stops. This is just it.
And then it seems to be like no one's catching up.
No one's making an impact at all.
So apparently Lawson and Sainz pitted, and they both put on the softs.
They did, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, everyone at the bottom is probably just gunning for that 10th spot. To at least get a point.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they have nothing to lose.
There goes Sainz again. Ugh. Do not like this guy.
You know what? I feel like you feel about Sainz the way that I feel about Brahim.
Who's Brahim?
From Real Madrid.
Diaz.
Oh, Brahim Diaz. Why
Yeah.
you a City fan?
I don't know. He's perfectly fine. I just, for some reason, he's just irritating to me.
So you don't like Haaland and you don't like
No, we like Holland.
No, we like Holland.
Oh, you like Haaland, okay.
But I just think in terms of like being like a tenacious killer, I think that's Max, not necessarily Holland.
Yeah, okay. I hear it. Yeah.
Verstappen, his race engineer has been getting really snippy with him. He's like, just in case you didn't know, if you want to pick up the pace, we'd be fine with that. Like, what?
He's the
Who are
only
you
guy that
talking
can
to
push
like
him, you
that?
know. He's the only guy that goes back and forth with him.
Wait, so why is that a bad
It's
thing?
wild. What'd you say?
Why is that like a bad thing to
It
say?
just seems kind of
Like
It's
you're
cheeky.
drive faster kind of thing?
Yeah, it's cheeky.
Yeah,
There's some people
kind of
do
like,
that. They just go.
oh, like, sorry, did you not realize that we wanted you to drive faster? Because we do.
Kind of like when the guy was to press that button.
You know when
Yeah.
you know sometimes when they ask the drivers to drive faster and he's like, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Stop showing signs.
Watch all the fans are
I
gonna
would just
vote
like
and
for everybody
drive
to
of
know
the day.
that's her saying that. I am not personally saying
I can
anything
take the fangirl smoke.
about Carlos Sainz.
Watch all his fans are not gonna.
My favorite driver is ahead of yours, and he looks better. Hold that. Watch Lewis now do something and he gets out of the race, and I'm just gonna have to eat crow.
This is one of the few
let's not
sports you
say
can
that.
end up third and be celebrated. You know what I mean?
Well, Lewis does have 7 championships, so I think you can feel pretty safe in.
Wait, if you want to change it to 8th anytime soon,
I don't know if that's gonna happen. I would love it to.
yeah.
I always get to the people after their. Oh, what is he saying?
Yeah. They're learning still.
Yeah, they still. I think they still get kind of sorting out their chemistry to know when to give them information.
Bruh, I'm
when
gonna
not
need
to
these
give
people to
information.
communicate better. He said, "Okay, let me know."
Because they're probably speaking to him in Italian. They need to
Yeah.
Google translate.
Your Carlos Sainz just got the fastest lap.
Yeah,
How do
whatever.
you feel about that?
Soft ties.
He's still 6 seconds behind that whole whatever that guy's name is.
Hulkenberg.
Hulkenberg. It's been about an hour.
Yeah. Lando is like, my tires are fine. And I'm like, yeah, but your gap to Max isn't. Do you want to like...
It hasn't decreased. 1.5.
Like, what are we doing?
So does soft tires make you go faster?
Soft tires are generally the fastest tires.
However, they don't last long.
No.
That's the problem. Medium tires, I think, are a mixture of, like you would say, the bit of a mixture between softs and hards.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get a bit further and they're a bit quicker.
Mm.
But then, if you do, they're slightly slower than the softs. But then the hards last longer. So if you get them to the right temperature, you could do more laps.
So it looks like Hamilton's strategy was stupid.
They tried it. It didn't really.
I mean, in the spot.
I guess from their perspective, it's fine that they tried it because worst case scenario, they're still in the same position where they were. It could have gone great, and then he would have been further up.
Yeah, or someone crashes.
Yeah,
you never know. There's always one idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, Stroll.
There's still more than 10.
Come on, Stroll. It's time to go home. Park the car.
This man is 14 seconds behind 19th place.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Sunshine got PTSD. She keeps looking down the table.
Yeah.
No one cares about what happens down the table.
Hey, chill, calma.
We were trying to look at what happens at the top of the table. Oh, have you seen the message from Leclerc?
Oh, he being sassy.
Yeah, Charles is fed up.
Yeah,
it's like, you've told me that before, and I've already.
Why did the
Ferrari
said that. Is he talking to the principal there?
No, he's talking to his race engineer.
Oh, did they not get to pick that person?
I mean, sometimes you do, but usually it's just like who's at the team. So like Lewis's engineer used to be Carlos Sainz's engineer when Carlos was at Ferrari.
Oh.
But like generally once a race engineer starts working with one driver, they'll like stay with him as long as they're on the team.
Yeah.
He said, "Yes, I heard you, and there's a reason I'm not doing it."
No, because some drivers feel like you're not here, you don't actually know how it feels like. They can look at the screens and see all the numbers.
Yeah.
But they don't always know what. This is where they kind of trust the driver to tell them what's going on, and then the same way that it works the same way for the race engineers.
And that's why when you have a good driver race engineer pairing like Lewis and Bono when Lewis was at Mercedes, because they had worked together for so long, and so Bono knew exactly how much information to give him, when he liked to be talked to, when he doesn't like to be talked to. And it's just something
did he stay in Mercedes?
What did you say?
Did the engineer stay in Mercedes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Kimi Antonelli's race engineer now.
Oh. Wow, they are so close. 1, 2, 3.
Well, so this is what I'm saying. Like,
Piastri's caught up with.
Yeah, Lando said his tires were fine, but like Oscar is now trying to overtake him, and Lando still has not made any impact.
Is it bad? Like, is he allowed to pass his teammate?
Yeah. Or if he's faster than Norris, they might even tell him to swap cars. So they'll tell
really?
Yeah, because he might be holding back his teammate. So if they think that Piastri is driving faster than him, they'll just tell him to swap the cars.
So he could probably catch Verstappen. That's why.
So if they think he can catch him, or he has a better chance, potentially they'll just tell Norris to swap cars. So what they'll do is one lets the other one pass him. So they base it on how quick you are per lap, and if it looks like you're catching up, then
yeah, he is. He's right there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Norris is just trying to keep up for a bit and keep his tires right until he wants to push for it. Okay, yes. But the way the point system works, you only need to win like one race to catch up. It depends, like, because it's like 25 points if you first. So the gap is a bit.
But I feel like this is where Max has an advantage because the two McLarens are up there. And so if they trade off races, neither of them individually might get enough points to overtake Max.
Yeah.
Because that was what they. So last year McLaren kind of messed around and didn't go all in on supporting one driver, and Lando maybe could have caught Max at the end of last year, but because they didn't prioritize the races earlier in the year for Lando to win, it didn't happen. And so I'm kind of like, this is the same thing is happening, guys.
Yeah, but like, I see what they tried to do. They didn't go for the league, and then they tried to say they're happy with the FA Cup. That's what they done. Yeah, that's what they done.
Exactly.
Oh, we didn't win the construction. Oh, we didn't win the car. We haven't won a trophy, so we'll just take the car back. But basically, that's what they done.
So that's why I'm
like,
it
looks like they're on a good trajectory though, and their cars seem to be going quicker and quicker. And sometimes it's just the track doesn't really work for that specific car.
I think they need to pick. If Lando is still saving, I think he should go soon. I think I have the pace to get Max.
Yeah, but that's what the driver's gonna say.
That's what Piastri said.
That's what Oscar said. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, drivers just say that. Like George used to say that all the time last year. He used to be like, I'm faster. I'm faster than Lewis.
Yeah.
And then he would get in front of Lewis and then just sit there.
I remember that race. Was it Singapore? I think it might have been Singapore when Russell crashed straight into the wall. That was so funny.
It was Singapore.
Just when he thought he's about to get it, he fumbled.
Yeah.
And then Lando was the same. Every time he got close to winning a race, he would do something stupid.
Oh.
He had a couple of races, where you think, are you gonna make it?
You're right.
Like, don't bottle it now. You got a couple seconds ahead of me. You see me, I don't mind them winning because it's like it's McLaren, isn't it? It's like, okay, cool, you win.
It's something. It's
because I know that if they don't win,
they are so close together. Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I think Oscar's at this pace, Oscar's he's gonna get Lando, but I don't think he's gonna have enough. I don't think he's gonna have enough time.
Yeah, but him staying in behind Norris is just slowing them both down.
Yeah. Well,
because you end up being dragged down into that race. Yeah, when you battle in someone else,
his tires are gonna be cooked.
Look how close he is to him right there. On those S turns.
Yeah. He's gonna get him, but he's just not gonna have enough time to get Max.
Hi, cute.
Yeah, be okay.
Everyone loves the goat.
Yeah. I mean, I see why Hamilton wanted it to be raining because he's known for
lose. Cute.
being able to. Yeah, that's how it is. As long as Max doesn't win, we'll take it.
I think he's going. I think
he's going to win 5 in a row. The heck?
Because at this point, neither of them are taking any time off of Max, and the laps are just winding down. So we only have 9 more laps left. So if he's gonna get in front of Lando, he needs to get in front of him now. Because once you get within 5 laps, it's going to be hard to take a second and a half out of Max.
Yeah.
Facts, Phineas. We're doing a lot of streams today. And I couldn't do one because I ended up having to work in the middle of the day on my real job. Oh, look, Sign's got another purple thing.
Yeah, the fastest lap.
The fastest lap.
This is a purple thing.
Yeah, Oscar's cooked now because he's dropped back over a second.
I feel bad for Yuki because Yuki deserved that seat. Liam only got the seat by technicality. You know?
Yeah.
And he lost it. He lost it straight away as well. That was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Yuki's done really well today.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he gained like 4 places. Has anyone else on the grid gained? I don't think anyone else has gained more than that.
I mean, he is, besides crashing, which he hasn't done yet.
Yeah.
He's living up to the. He's doing exactly what the other guy used to do.
Yeah, he did really well in all the practices.
Yeah. Sergio Perez, at the end of his reign, he just started crashing the car.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, like, he's not really.
Yo, Stroll's about to get lapped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's about to get lapped.
Yeah.
What in the actual?
Unfortunately, that I mean, that's not
Look at this. Why is he driving so slow? Look at him driving.
No, because he has to let everyone go past him.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, when you're about to get lapped, you have to move out of the way.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max is
just using his dad money. That's all he's doing.
Can you see the screen, Phineas? It's right there. It's right here. Max is in first.
Yeah, Max is first.
Oh gosh, this is getting tense.
I'm just worried. I'm worried that lap for pole yesterday, like, gave Max his mojo back.
Oh yeah. I know he was definitely on your left road. On your left road. He definitely was. It's crazy. How are you 22 seconds behind 19th? I am appalled.
It is appalling.
Mediocrity.
It is appalling.
That somebody else needs that seat. What the heck?
Look, there's no shame necessarily in getting lapped. Every driver gets lapped at some point. Max, fun fact, lapped Lewis, I think in like Mexico or something, like 5 or 6 years ago, but Lewis won the championship that day. So, you know, everyone gets lapped, but not everyone is 22 seconds behind 19. That's pretty bad.
That's what happens when your daddy gets got money. Because he's the one pumping the money in. No one's really saying, "Oh, your son's holding us back." If this one was just the driver, it would have been sacked time ago.
Yeah, it'll have to be Stroll who goes to his dad and is like, "I don't want to do this anymore."
Which won't happen because he's living the dream. You know what I mean? He's getting paid and he's driving in his car. So.
He's just traveling to all these countries and driving his car.
Basically,
yeah. He's basically Hoyland at United.
Yeah, no,
he's playing at a big club. He's playing at a big club. He's getting paid.
This is so annoying. Now I don't want Max to win either.
Well, I hate to break it to you, friends, but
well, we all know that this is how it's gonna end. But it's similar to like a football game where you don't turn it off before it ends.
Yeah.
You're like, if something happens. Yeah, if something happens.
Because, like, I don't want to be the one to bring up Abu Dhabi 2021 anymore, but
oh god, maybe I won't watch it, so I'll just be ignorant.
I mean, it was the last lap that something
No, don't tell me that. No. Yeah. Oh, I would have cried.
Yeah.
I would have cried.
Yeah. I feel like everyone in the chat is going to be like, don't bring that up again, please.
Oh, that's still a lot.
Same thing. They're all having trouble right there.
Last
this is kind of anticlimactic.
Man said,
Wait,
good
it's
lap.
last lap, but they're on 48. I don't get it.
No. It's not the last lap.
Oh, it's probably saying like their last lap that they just did.
Mm.
Is that what that meant on the thing?
I didn't see. I didn't see where it was. Is Oscar trying again?
Oh!
Yes. We shall never be silenced.
Dang, I need to see what this happened. I need to go watch that.
Look, the only thing I'll say about it is it was extremely traumatic. Because the race director just like added a rule that I've never seen happen before.
What? Oh Lord!
That only benefited Max. Like I've never seen it before. I've never seen anyone do that before. But
it's basically like when that Perez guy from Real Madrid, when he pays the ref and they win last minute. That's basically what happened. Yeah, just last minute we just.
You know what? You know what? I think it might feel similar to when they said Julian Alvarez tapped the ball twice, and that's why his penalty didn't count. And you're like, did he though? Because I didn't really see it. I've never seen that happen before. Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
what
crazy.
it felt like.
They are so close together. It's stressing me out.
Well, so now Oscar dropped back to like a second. I mean, trying to pass Lando now, like that just feels personal.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to catch Max. So.
Yeah. He's 8th. He's a rookie, right?
Yeah. He's the one that crashed in like the second or third corner on the formation.
Yeah. I think it was the first corner on the front.
Yeah, was it? I remember. Yeah.
On the formation lap?
Yeah.
No way.
Because it was raining in
that's why
Australia.
He was crying. Yeah, he didn't even start the race.
No way.
Yeah.
Boo, this is whack sauce.
You know, sometimes F1 races, sometimes they wind up like this, where it feels like everyone collectively is just like, all right, let's just pack it in and head to the next city.
Yeah.
It feels like no one's really trying. Except Carlos Sainz, I guess, which is like... Oh.
Oh, so they probably shouldn't have pit them at the same time.
So yeah, so other races can potentially have more strategy
It was
involved.
still a lot of fun. I enjoyed this.
I just always hate when like people get like amped up to watch F1 and then it turns out to be kind of like not exciting. And I'm like, no, it can get really good. I promise you.
I learned a lot. I had a great time.
The thing about it is like,
he started off with hard cubed. He was opposite everybody.
It's just when it suddenly changes. I think what makes F1 exciting is that the unpredictability. So sometimes you can randomly get rain or someone has an accident or something, and then all of a sudden everyone's plan goes out the window and they have to improvise. And I think that's when it becomes more exciting. This is one of those races that has just gone the way it's gone. There's nothing, just normal. You know what I mean? It's just a normal day.
Or when you have a scenario where someone pulls like an unexpected move that kind of changes things. Like, because there was a race, I think it was Barcelona in 2021, where Barcelona can be kind of a boring track too, where just if people follow the tire strategy, it is maybe not that exciting. Yeah. But Lewis and Max were obviously 1-2 that year, and they were pushing each other. And then Lewis unexpectedly pitted a second time and caught Red Bull by surprise. Oh. So then he had brand new tires, and basically the job was just to like try and chase down Max by the end of the race. Wow. And so you could see he was taking like a second out of his time every lap. And so it was just like, he's going to have enough time before the end of the race to catch him.
Yeah, he caught him way before that. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Boo!
I have to say, this race felt a lot like 2023.
Yeah.
Where like Max just got pole. He just like disappeared off into the distance, changed his tires, did the same thing.
Well, to be fair, a 1 second lead is not the distance. I've seen him go ahead 27 seconds and then pit just to get the fastest lap.
You're right.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's won this 4 in a row?
He's won the last 4 championships in a row, yeah. Okay, great. Well, for legal purposes, I have to say congrats to Red Bull.
Legal purposes?
Legal purposes.
Boo! All right, we had Verstappen, Norris, and Piastri. Piastri.
Yeah.
Top 3.
I hate that I was right.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You were.
All right, what did you guys think of that?
Yeah.
Go nothing burger.
I was thinking, I could have been asleep.
Because normally, I guess, is that why qualifying is so important? Because like where you start the race.
Yeah. Not always. I mean, in certain places, like places like where it's really hard to pass. So like Monaco.
Yeah.
Qualifying is basically the race, because if you qualify first, you could just sit your car in the middle of the track and like
it's very narrow.
Yeah, because it's just so narrow.
It's a street race, so that track's actually on the streets. So you drive around the town or the city or the town, whatever it is. So there's barely any space to overtake.
Got it.
So Monaco is like that. Singapore is like that.
Yeah,
qualifying is really important. actually Vegas, for being a street track, is actually a really good racing track. Like you can pass in Vegas.
Use the lights.
This man just said that's perfection. Bruh, I already hate him.
Yeah, so we'll see.
How many points do you get if you win?
25.
Oh my god.
So I think the only people that get points are from 1st to 10th.
Okay.
Everyone else gets 0.
But it drops way off after 3rd place. So I think
But
you get
they fight for
25 for a
championships.
win. 18 for second, I think.
They fight for 2 championships though. So you have the drivers' championships and then the constructors, which is for the teams.
Yeah.
They rank up and then whoever ends up with the most points, their team gets like the mechanic of the year or team of the year, that kind of thing.
Why are they still driving?
Cool down.
Oh, they're just driving back around to Park Fermi.
All right, so what's next? Bahrain?
Bahrain, yeah. No, we already did Bahrain. Didn't we?
No.
Oh, no, it was testing in Bahrain.
Let me have a look because I was looking at this earlier. Yeah, testing was in Bahrain. The next race.
That first race cubed. Yeah, next weekend is Bahrain.
So it's a triple hit. It's Bahrain and then Jeddah is after that.
Yeah, and then they go into Zaire. You know what I mean? They go into Zaire's place, mate. Saudi Arabia.
Well, thanks for joining, guys. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
A lot of fun. We didn't see much drama outside of that one pit stop, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, that's going to be Japan. Any final thoughts from you guys?
The cherry blossoms were beautiful.
Yeah.
The cherry blossom.
That's it.
That's it. To be honest, there wasn't anything else.
Yeah.
The only good thing is all the other races are gonna be normal time. That's how I'm looking at it. All the other races now gonna be normal time for me.
What's that for us? Is it a little bit earlier, Gigi, or is it early morning?
It's morning for you, early morning for me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think
so like most times they're between like 4 a.m. is like the earliest, but most of them are like 5 to 7 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm saying Bahrain it says 4 p.m. and Saudi is 6 p.m. UK time. So that would be, I don't know how that is.
That'll be like noon for me, 6 p.m. UK, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
So yeah, hopefully, I don't know. I don't know if Bahrain and Jeddah are going to be better, but we'll see.
Hey, we'll be there. I'm going to keep these, so you guys are always free to come back whenever. But if anyone wants to subscribe to Yes Here, his channel is in the title, so be sure to do that. Also, tell Gigi to make a channel.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go to bed in the morning.
I will.
Yeah, man.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thanks for joining me, guys. You guys have a good night.
Yeah.
Let's go on with that.
Yeah.
Lewis will rise again. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bigger.